My child, listen carefully to this message, because it did not appear in your life by accident. Out of millions of people scrolling through their screens at this very moment, you are the one hearing these words right now, and that is not a coincidence. I see the thoughts that have been running through your mind lately. I see the worries you keep to yourself, and the questions you have been asking in the quiet moments when no one else is around. There have been times when you felt tired of carrying everything alone, times when you wondered if the path you are walking will ever become easier. But I want you to know something important today. I have been watching every step of your journey, even during the moments when you felt like you were walking through life without answers. The struggles you experienced were not meaningless, and the delays you faced were not signs that you were forgotten. Many times in life, I allow certain things to slow down, not to stop your progress, but to protect you from paths that were never meant for you. There were opportunities you wanted so badly that did not work out. And at the time, you wondered why the door closed in front of you. What you could not see then was that something better was quietly being prepared ahead of you. Right now, you may feel like you are standing in a season of waiting, a moment where you are hoping for a sign that something in your life will begin to change. But what you must understand is that the moment of waiting is often the moment when the most important work is happening behind the scenes of your life. Just like a seed grows beneath the soil before anyone can see it, many of the blessings meant for you begin long before they become visible. I have been shaping your strength through every challenge you faced, and the patience you learned during your hardest seasons will soon begin to make sense. So do not lose hope in this moment, because your story is not finished yet. And what is coming next may be closer than you think, my child. There is something I want you to understand during this season of your life. I know there have been moments when you felt like nothing was moving forward, moments when you wondered if your prayers were even being heard. You looked around and saw others moving ahead while you felt like you were standing still, waiting for something to change. But what you could not see in those moments was that your life was still moving exactly where it needed to go. Sometimes I slow things down, not to hold you back, but to prepare you for something greater than what you originally asked for. The waiting you have been experiencing is not a sign that you have been forgotten. It is a time of preparation. There are things happening in your life right now that you cannot see yet. Paths are being arranged, opportunities are being aligned, and people who will play an important role in your future are slowly being placed in the right position. Many times, the greatest blessings arrive quietly after a long season of patience and growth. Think about the challenges you have already faced. Each one of them changed you in some way. The difficult moments made you stronger. The disappointments taught you wisdom. And the times when you felt alone helped you discover a deeper strength inside your own heart. That strength is something you will need for the next chapter of your life. My child, I have not brought you this far just to leave you in the middle of the journey. Your story is still unfolding, even if you cannot see the full picture yet. There were things you once asked for that did not happen the way you expected, but those moments were guiding you away from paths that were never meant for you. I see the future that is ahead of you, and I know the exact moment when the right door will open in your life. Until that moment arrives, do not allow doubt to replace the faith that has carried you this far. Many people give up just before the turning point appears. They lose hope at the exact moment when their life was about to change. But you must remain patient a little longer, because the season you are walking through right now is preparing you for something that will soon make sense. The answers you have been searching for are closer than you realize, and the change you have been waiting for may already be moving toward you. So keep moving forward with faith in your heart, even if the steps feel small, because sometimes the most powerful chapters of your life begin right after the longest seasons of waiting. My child, before this message ends, there is one more thing I want you to remember. The fact that you are still here listening to these words right now is not random. Many people would have already scrolled away, but you stayed, and sometimes that happens because a message is meant to reach the person who needs it most. I know the questions that have been sitting quietly in your heart. I know there have been moments when you wondered if things in your life would ever truly change. But I want you to understand something important today. The journey you are walking right now is not the end of your story. There are chapters ahead of you that you cannot see yet, moments of peace you have not experienced yet, and opportunities that are still making their way toward your life. Sometimes the night feels long because the sunrise is preparing to be brighter than you expected. The delays you once feared may soon become the reason you realize that everything happened exactly when it needed to happen. I have seen every step you have taken, every obstacle you have faced, and every moment when you kept moving forward, even when your strength felt small. That perseverance matters more than you realize. Many people walk away from their path right before the moment when everything begins to change. But you must continue forward with faith in your heart. The next chapter of your life may be closer than you think, and when it arrives, you will understand why certain doors had to close and why certain paths disappeared from your life. Before you leave this message, take a moment and think about the one thing you have been hoping for in your life. Maybe it is peace. Maybe it is strength. Maybe it is an opportunity. Or maybe it is simply a sign that you are moving in the right direction. If this message spoke to your heart in any way, leave a small sign of faith in the comments. You can simply write Amen or share the one word that represents what you are hoping for in your life right now. Because sometimes when people express their faith together, it becomes a reminder that none of us are walking this journey alone, and the moment you choose to believe may be the moment your next chapter quietly begins. My child, there is another truth I want you to remember in this moment. Life often feels confusing when you are standing in the middle of the journey. When you look around, it may seem like others are moving faster, achieving things sooner, and finding their direction while you are still searching for answers. But you must not compare your path with anyone else's path. Every life has a different timing and a different purpose. The road you are walking has been shaped specifically for you. Some of the delays you experienced were not meant to hold you back. They were meant to prepare you for something that requires more strength, more patience, and more wisdom than you had before. I know the questions that sometimes fill your mind. I know there were nights when you wondered if your efforts were enough, or if your future would truly become better. But the truth is that the effort you have been making quietly is already building the foundation for the next chapter of your life. The progress may feel slow, but slow progress is still progress. Even the smallest steps you take forward matter more than you realize. One day you will look back at this season and understand that it was shaping you into the person you needed to become before the right opportunities appeared in your life. My child, as this message continues, I want you to carry one more thought with you. Do not allow fear or doubt to convince you that nothing good is coming your way. Sometimes the greatest blessings enter a person's life, quietly, without warning, and in a moment when they least expect it. The doors that are meant for you will open at the right time, and when they do, you will realize that every moment of waiting had a purpose. The strength you built through your struggles will allow you to handle the opportunities that appear. The patience you learn through delays will help you appreciate the blessings that arrive. And the faith you held on to during uncertain moments will guide you when new paths begin to open in front of you. So continue moving forward with hope in your heart, even if you cannot see the full picture yet, because the story of your life is still being written, and the chapter that is ahead of you may be more meaningful than anything you have experienced so far.